It should probably actually be the Norsemen that I replace. This feels wrong, but I'm going to replace the Norsemen with the Umayyads. Because the Norse are really militaristic and we have not been in the slightest bit militaristic. So we're going to go Umayyads, Franks, Ghanaians, Teutons, or the English. Those are your choices. This is going to be a 2-minute vote. And vote. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. That's... I feel dirty now. Get your votes in. There should be a poll option at the top of your chat on Twitch, and you can interact there. And as all good votes on this channel are, they are entirely subservient to material interests. So if you really want one of those choices to go through, you can either spend bits or looted gold, which are the channel points that you earn just for watching. So get your votes in. I got a notice today of the pre-purchase. Are we also able to play it? Yes, if you have the pre-purchase of the game, you should be able to play it. It apparently does take a bit to add to your Steam library, so give it half an hour or so, is what I was told. But yes, it should be playable. Up to turn 150. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Umayyads aren't just running away with this. Considering how many territories we have, that would literally be 1,000 science a turn. Admittedly, that would also make the game kind of easy. And you guys don't like making things easy for me. Oh, no, 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 no. The Franks are doing well. I'm pleased to see that. I think the Franks would be a really interesting one. I think they would be more balanced than the Umayyads. And they would allow us to have really, really tall populations. More population also means we can recruit more soldiers, by the way. Because every soldier you recruit requires a population unit. Which is one of the reasons I haven't done it very much. And then the English is just all of the farms also produce industry. We have a lot of farms. Because of our river-centric regions. Okay, so poor old Ghanaians came in last place with just 2% of the vote. Ah, poor old Ghanaians there. Crikey. And that's where all the money is. That's the good business option. Then the Teutons came in 4th. I mean, the Teutons are probably a bit more advanced, a bit more difficult. And then the Umayyads came in 3rd of all of that. 3rd. So apparently people are like, you know what, we've had Babylon. We've done the science. It's finished. Which leads us to the 1st and the 2nd place, which ironically are great rivals with each other. It's the Franks and the English. One with 34%, one with 33%. And the Franks lost. We're going to go with the English by 1%, 3 votes. Kellenstar coming in with a rather crazy 58,000 channel points. So thank you very much for that, Kellenstar. I'm just going to take a look to see what other contributions are coming through, because, yeah, some of you spent really quite heavily on this, crikey. And in fact, Kellenstar's vote didn't win. So close. But no, this was actually pretty overwhelmingly with the English, so we're going to go with the English. Alright then. A very industrial nation. With the industrial upgrade. So we can basically turn off science, commerce, and growth, probably, in exchange for more industry if we wanted to. Okay, here we go. New grievance available. Oh, really? The Persians, eh? Your territory is under the influence of my state religion and you are not secular. Wait, what? So because Asur is my religion, I can just say, hey, that's mine now. That seems kind of crazy. Oh, this is done on followers. So you need 69 out of 80 followers. So you need 80 followers to get the next tenant. I see. You can demand for your people to not be oppressed. But the thing is, I'm not Asur. They are. This is a capitalist city, even though it doesn't belong to me. And yeah, this is me demanding that they give up Asur to me. I guess because I'm basically saying this is legitimately capitalist now and you should totally give it to me. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to let that war demand desire grow for a little. Renninger has finished building its thing. What was it building, though? Food and production. Right, because of all the farms, we're now going to be producing production from these too. We don't have it yet. Next turn we will. So you probably do have a fountain. We could build some walls. You are kind of on the frontiers. So let's go ahead and build a wall. And then I think I'm going to get the flood irrigation. That'll give you something to do. And then we've got armies available. Yeah, we could upgrade you to horsemen. Oh, the Kothon's actually downgraded. No, it's still under construction, never mind. Nope, we still got the Kothons. Right now, again, that may not be true next turn. You can upgrade to a cavalry. Requires 2 horses. I only have access to 1. Alright, does anyone have access? Yes, to another horse. Oh, cheap as well. Heck yeah. Alright, now I have access to 2 horses. Wait, don't I have another horse over here somewhere? That's one. There's the other. We will have access to a second horse soon. But that's okay. You upgrade to cavalry. And these guys hit a heck of a lot harder now, and they're also a heck of a lot faster. So it does make sense that the scouts upgrade to cavalry. And then Fuller needs to build a thing. You really need to upgrade the water production. The harbour production stuff. As soon as I remember what they are. It's not you. Unless you already have. I think you may already have. Yeah, you did. Okay. In that case, let's start you building another Kothon. Because why the hell not? And that's actually all you can build. So Fuller is going to be a major naval zone.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor.
And here we go, Middle Ages. Carthage turning into England, apparently. As the English culture, you've reached the medieval era. Oh, they're actually an agrarian focus. I thought they were going to be industrial. So if we get high populations, we need to build lots and lots of farms, is basically what this is saying. Okay. And then once we've got that, science is just going to continue to pay out. This mercantile one is ridiculous. It's by far and away the hardest one to achieve is the merchant stars. Militarist just needs us to kill stuff. Builder stars we can do in a heartbeat. Expansion's now going to be difficult because there just isn't that much territory left. Then the aesthete, will just happen over time. Are there different cutscenes depending on civilization? No, I don't think so. I think that's entirely related to era. Frogman 1K34, Eagle Eye, Jordan, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. So no upgrades available yet. Although Litoshkin, that being said, can actually build a thing. And yes, we can't build Kothons anymore. They've reverted back to harbours. Alright, so this is definitely the era to build water stuff. +9 industry from the farmers' quarters. There you go. Just to prove that that does actually work. So the artificial reservoirs producing even more food. Industry on river. If a settlement or if a tile produces industry, then I think that suddenly the watermill is going to be worthwhile for those places, because that's just industry on river. This only works if that tile actually produces that resource, which it now does. So let's get the watermills. Let's also get some more farmers' quarters going. Fortunately, all of this was planned to be makers' quarters. Sorry, yeah, makers' quarters. I think I might put one there, there, hold on. That's clay. Apparently that doesn't have a extraction icon. It just produces more stuff. Civilization bonus +3 food. Yeah, this doesn't stop it making that food because it's a civ bonus. That's fine. And then we'll start all of that industry. We're making a ridiculous amount of industry in this city. Like, absolutely ludicrous amount.
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
So the Huns want to share information with us. Communication between scientists is encouraged. Scientific research performed by one empire provides progress towards the same technology for the other. I am miles ahead of you in tech, so no. I like you, Huns. Don't like you that much. Alright, Londonia. Oh, I bet everywhere that was producing Kothons has just been... No, Londonia's new. Of course it's new. It's called frickin' Londonia. What shall I call this instead? It is a terrible name. Silver Knight. And then in Silver Knight, we shall produce some food production areas, I think. Which is all going to be down here. But we need to build the first one, and then we can spread out and build the others. So we will come to that in good time. Requin, meanwhile. Can, I think... build a palisade. And then you've got industry watermills. You definitely want watermills. I think basically everywhere in my empire at this point is going to want watermills. Because suddenly they apply to both farms and also factories. And that modifier, that stays, doesn't it? Yeah, that's permanent. I hadn't realized how powerful this is. Because it enables the farmers' quarters to also generate industry. Anything which would promote industrial production on a terrain type now also affects the farms. So they've literally doubled the output of farms. To the extent where I do wonder in places like this whether I should just replace the makers' areas with food production. Probably not. Food production is still like lesser production, but still production. That'll do for now. Next! The time. Was definitely building Kothons. And they all got cancelled. So harbours will produce food. And they will produce money if there is a financial place built here. Which Kothons don't. Kothons just produce industry as well as food. Harbours just do food and money. So for time, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna build a couple of farms. Four and two. That's definitely a farm spot. I would say that that's probably a farm spot as well. Because this will be a -6 food otherwise. That's a lot of industry. That's a +6 versus a 3 and a 1. That's a +4. Let's get those two done, and then we'll decide. Also, watermill. Alright, Fuller. Same problem. Lost a bunch of their Kothons I had queued up. You do not have river until you're down here, which is a long way away. So I think that you're going to continue with just the industry. You could probably also do with a fountain. Let's do an industry thing there, and then a fountain. Oh, you already have a fountain. Maybe... Lumberyard? Lumberyard. And then finally we have Tigan, which was not building Kothons. This place is just legitimately finished. I do kind of wonder if my technology is starting to fall off. I mean, we're still researching tech really quickly, but we've just not been investing anything into it for a long time. I think that you probably want the fountain. And then a couple more maker districts. And probably some farmer districts. Should be those. That's probably going to be a maker here. And you'll also want a lumberyard. And a watermill. And also probably floodplain. Flood irrigation. That's the one. Okay, cool. Conquest research. Knowledge is power. Outpost assimilation. We've now got the games. With high stakes under the hot sun, athletes and warriors compete with one another to earn the hungry crowd's applause, ridicule, or even pity. That's stability. In exchange for production. We've got an Aztecs player. And we could also set up some more trade. Let's see what's available. No, I don't think I want anything from you. Don't think I want anything from you. Don't think I want anything from you. Well then. Also, we're about to get another faith next turn, I think. And in fact, we should take a look at the technology now that we can go to medieval. I still think I want to finish those two off just so we get all of the classical done. And then once we're in the Middle Ages, we can get theology, which is an administrator. Really? Theology does not lead to the religious center? They've taken the idea of the hamlet from civilization as well. Except in this, it allows you to get... Oh no, that's farmer, worker, and trader slot. That's interesting. So if you have high populations, you can start putting hamlets around in order to get more specialists. As opposed to districts, which just give you raw output. Peasants! That's a home guard upgrade. I think I want that. Because they are quite a lot stronger than the citizens, which were all the way down here. Grumbuskin, idle. That's a lot of rivers. That's a lot of farming. That's a lot of farming. Your stability is okay. You do have a fountain. You are going to want the river flood harvesting. Or artificial reservoirs. Right, because you've already got the flood harvesting. We'll grab you. You know what? No, I think that these last two are a bad idea. I actually think that we're going to get more production from those. Especially once we have the... Come on, where is it? Unless we've built it already. Yeah, apparently we have. Watermill? Watermill. Okay, in that case, I'm going to get the lumber mill. Alright, this army is available. We're going to sail over to there. And this one's going to head home. So that I can switch you out and turn you into a horseman. Maybe animal farms for even more food. Yeah, I mean, we certainly can. We're going to have really high populations at the end of this. Litoshkin. Okay, so yes, it looks like every district you build increases your population, I think, by 2. Or else it's because we changed era. That's also possible. Because Litoshkin just keeps on growing. It's a 17 population. Like our biggest opponents. Where's their capital? Meier. 2. Oh man, I mean these guys are clearly building soldiers as well. But when you compare these to the level 17 city that I have, yeah, nothing can match that output. It just can't. Capitalism. Excellent. So, we can upgrade it with Undertake Pilgrimage. Before the mortal end, venture to the holiest sites and dedicate yourself. Which will allow us also to build another holy site. And increases influence per state religion follower on the holy sites. We will have 3 holy sites. That's going to be a lot. It's going to be like 50... It's probably actually going to be like 75 influence a turn. Maybe even 100. Same with the industry. I mean... Because the holy sites are just in individual cities, we only have 2 holy sites. The modifiers here which like affect your entire realm, like influence and like money, I think are going to have a bigger impact here than stability or production. Science as well, actually. So we could go for science, we can go for pilgrimage, or we can go for money. Share your bread and kind with the unfortunate and all will prosper. Yes, the unfortunate ultra-rich clearly need more money in capitalism. We kind of run out of uses for influence, so I don't think we necessarily need that. Science would be nice. This really is going to be money versus science. And money would let us buy more science buildings. Plus, this religion is called capitalism. Let's give arms to the ultra-rich, because clearly they need more. Whoops. Scroll wheel messing around again. And there we go. Ka-ching. We are now producing 494 ducats a turn. Beautiful! Carthage suddenly gets very, very jealous. Anyone else playing this, trying to get an opinion on the game, still looking for a game to scratch that Civilization 4 itch? I would say that this is up there. I mean, this is definitely another Civilike. I'm not going to say whether it's better or not, because it's still in development, there is still a lot to be added. But it has massive potential. It really does.